So here we are in the DK challenge. This was something that was introduced just a couple hours ago, I think, and revealed in the Nintendo Direct earlier today, my time. And it is, as far as I know, a series of events that, as you can see, is, I was told, kind of like NES Remix, where it'll dive into the Nintendo Classics apps and also Donkey Kong Bonanza if it detects that you have it up and running on your system. And it will kind of load you into these bounded challenges where you have to fit, or rather fill in one particular objective. Now, apparently it autofills the challenges in Bonanza that have already been detected on your save file, so we'll see exactly what that means. So, yes, we get the Bonanza cards for completing something previously. Bonanza transformations, so somehow we don't have these ones. Kong Charge Punch. Yeah, and it dates them all for today in terms of when we registered them. So we've filled out the bosses, we've filled out all 4 of the original Nostalgia stages. It looks like there are some additional speed challenges that we'll have to do, which have not been done, and developer challenges here as well. So on the Nintendo Classics side, I guess we'll reveal everything as we go. What happens when we press plus here? Okay, so... Oh, I see. This is how you actually scroll for the challenges. So in terms of Bonanza, we just need to do these things and show that we've just done the bare minimum with a bunch of these. 40 or more on the clock. Wow, okay. I don't know if I remember this well enough to do it well. Yeah, so you actually just need to hit an even better speed time than you were originally required to check some of these off. And yes, that's an important distinction, Tom Sonic, that the DK challenges are only for Switch 2, because there's some Switch 2 system level thing that it's doing to wrap this around the Nintendo Switch Online apps. So yeah, it looks like it has just a tighter timer on a lot of the timed tasks that you already had to do in the main game. So I guess I have to relearn Bonanza. Ramby Rumble in 55 or less? I don't remember how far over I was. We haven't done some of this stuff since a year ago, really, when the game came out in July. Oh, you had to do the boss rush with 0 skills unlocked. Ah, okay, kind of like if you're doing the 0 banana run. That's interesting. And final rehearsal with 0 skills unlocked. That's interesting. Okay. Well, and then let's see what's going on in the classic side, just so we know. Oh, straight to the boss. It is kind of like NES Remix. Oh, and it's even got the Game Boy versions, which I've never played. I've never played any of the Donkey Kong Land Game Boy conversions of Donkey Kong Country, adaptations of Donkey Kong Country, I should say. So this will be all new to me. Might actually have to practice these in the app at some point. And then goes all the way back to some accounting. The classic Donkey Kong trilogy. Gives you a bit of DK94 here as well. Interesting. Opening all the locks. And a little bit of DKC3, which you'll notice that we haven't really had much DKC3 recognition yet in Bonanza, apart from the water skip. And the gaming stage, you're saying there's too many for you to do. It's open until September. You have time. It's a 3-month-long event. It's not just this week or something like that. I think they did specify that in the direct, but it's kind of like half the length of the uptime of Super Mario 35 if you think about it, which, I mean, you don't necessarily want to procrastinate on it, but there's a lot more than I expected. So yeah, that's quite a bit of Donkey Kong, representing quite a lot more than just Donkey Kong Country. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just do some of this. Oh, hang on. Accidentally tapped out of here. How did I... Oh, I see. I can get back to the card display with plus. And then, all right, you know what? Let's just do what we can. I mean, these are trivial. You just get into the Bananza form and you just play them, right? These ones might be tighter because I'm out of practice. And then the developer challenges look pretty interesting in terms of practicing for the Zero Banana run, which I actually do want to do fully at some point. I was planning to do it anyway, so... Does it say anything else about how to play? Select a challenge, clear the challenge, get a challenge card. Okay. Can't be that bad. Let's do it. I mean, you just run across water, right? Like, what's the big deal? Oh, you actually port it right back into the game. So, because I'm already in the game, it just brings me right back into the file. Okay, that's easy. So, how does it register that I did it? It just ports me back in? Okay. I probably should have read more of the cards then. But then how do I do the Zero Banana ones? Surely it loads me into the correct state. Huh. Okay, I guess maybe I need to go back to the app. Just give me a moment. I tend to just mask my home screen for the privacy of other people I share the profiles and systems with. So let me go back to the challenge just a moment. Okay, let's go back in and see. Yeah, so if you do it, then it gives you the card. So I guess we can probably do a whole bunch of them at once and just fill them, right? Unless you have to load the challenge specifically to do it. Although maybe it just detects that you do it openly. I'm not really sure. I guess we'll try. So you just need to do it while the event is active. All right, so let's try all 3 of these. And so we'll drop egg bombs, we'll vacuum some water, and we'll do the slowdown. So we do all 3. Does it register all 3, or does it just do the one that we selected? I guess we'll find out. You're saying it should pop up a notification, but it's not foolproof. Okay. Yeah, we certainly didn't see it. Now, then it looks like these ones, so you'd have to load directly into them. Yep, because, oh, there was a problem. Okay, hang on. Never mind. Give me one moment here and we'll restart the switch. Yeah, maybe this has something to do with whatever the notification system was. We'll find out in just a moment. I've never actually seen that error before. So just give me a moment. Yeah, I've never seen that particular error. I've seen software crashing. But we'll try to load back in and see what happens. Now my game is shut, so I wonder if it'll need to load back into Bananza all the way when I try to get back into the challenges. Probably. So let's see what happens. Okay, so it tells me to clear the challenge. Oh, a patch for Yoshi. I guess we'll find out what that's all about when we get back to Yoshi sometime next week. So yeah, now let's try to do these at once. And egg bombs, water, glare. So then it loads into Bananza, if you haven't loaded it already. Okay, so let's just continue. You see, but if I had the game open already, then it just dumps me back into the game. But perhaps the fact that I had the game open already before I ever loaded up the DK challenges to begin with might have affected something. I don't know. We're in no position to debug this. Okay, so I'm in here. I loaded up a challenge. Why don't I just do each of these once I collect some Bananargy to do it with. Okay, so ostrich, we need to drop some egg bombs. Did it say how many? I don't remember. But then we just need to glare. And then we will grab some water, which we're in the perfect position to do. And then I guess we go back to the online app to then load in the other stuff. I wonder if the cards will be used for something eventually. Yeah, I wonder. Or if it's just for local display. So let's get back out into Switch Online. And it tells you that you get all three. Okay. And it did not crash. Yeah, Tom Sonic, I'm not sure I recognize the thing that you recognize in conjunction with the elephant music. Perhaps I may in fact need to look it up at my own peril. Yeah, the thing is we had pre-filled the charge punch because of course we were using it so much in the event today. Okay, so yeah, we've beaten these bosses. We've beaten these. Oh, I guess Planet Core's secret must be the Harmonial stage, maybe? Let me see. Or would that just be the standard ending? Yeah, no, that's just a standard ending. That's just for finishing Bananza. That's kind of funny that, of course, this is about as spoiler-free a card design as they're going to put in front of you here. Okay, so against the clock. Oh, you can't just select it from here. You do, in fact, need to go to this screen. So yeah, if you complete it while it's active, I guess. Does it just put me back in the game in my current state and I need to go there? Canyon Lair, City Smash Challenge. Oh, this is the Canyon Lair one. That shouldn't be too bad. Let's take a look at it. 40 on the clock. Canyon Lair, City Smash. Okay. So, let's support there. I haven't actually played the main game in so long. All I know how to do anymore is break emeralds. And Tom Sonic, you got a lot of these pre-filled since you 100%'d the game. Yeah, so did I. But some of these are event time dependent, it seems. Assist mode and 2-player mode to make things easier. Interesting idea. Wonder if the amiibo works too. You were able to destroy most of the building using Pauline before starting the clock. I usually destroy a bunch of stuff before starting the clock. Even just in standard single player in some of these. There was a way I did it with elephants. But anyway, we'll worry about that in a bit. Usually we get... I gotta remember how this works. Let's take a look here. Where were we? Not Shifty Smash, City Smash. Where are we? It's been so long. No, hang on, I missed it. The thing is, with the City Smash, there are multiple bananas associated with that, right? Because of the different time checks you can already do. Like, there's a set of 3. If I remember, I just don't remember which one this is. And yeah, no, I remember I can just highlight bananas on my map, but I still don't remember which set it was, though. Let's take a look here. I thought it was more obvious, but again, it's been a year since I did this. And yeah, I don't mind you pointing it out. It's not like it's a particularly meaningful puzzle to figure her out, which when I had. Okay, so it's one of those sets of 3, and it's one of the challenge rooms, right? So let me find them. We're looking at the triangles. Thorny Blast Cave. Common as a City Smash. There it is. Okay, sure. Let's go there.
Should we teleport there?
That's why I should have done it to begin with, is to look for the triangles for the sets of 3, the challenge rooms. Was it this one, really? Oh, it was Kong specific. I'd forgotten that. Well, I mean, it says Kong Bananza City Smash, so yes, it is. So let's Kong it in just a moment. Once I build up enough energy to Kong with. Right, because I guess if you have the assist mode, then Pauline does her microphone thing as a ranged projectile, right? Before you even start. So we needed 40 left on the clock. What even was the original advanced objective for this? What, 20 left on the clock? Okay. 40 left on the clock when you start at 60. Okay, that's gonna be a bit rough, actually. Oh, we're nowhere close. 40 left on the clock, really. That's not going to be the strategy. We're going to need a radical rethink of this. Like, that's not even remotely going to cut it. Hang on. Can we abort? Yeah, we did the 20 on the clock pretty easily, but 40 on the clock. The center of the building? You need the big concrete pillar? Yeah, like if we just beeline to that. And ignore the other objectives? Well, let's find out. That is a lot tougher than I expected. Well, let's go for charge. Then, yeah, no, let's see. There's got to be some kind of quick and cheesy method written, right? Like, we're going for a central pillar, for instance. Okay, let's ignore the time for a moment. Let's just try to figure out this strat. 72, 79. So maybe if we just go straight for concrete and only concrete, then you get this down. 92, okay, so you might be able to get quite a lot done just by going straight concrete. Maybe. That's a lot of other walls to take down, though. The center only gives you 75%, yeah. Need to redo. Yeah, I guess we'll actually have to learn how this is supposed to work additively. Seriously excited, you kind of expected the developer challenges to be this tough. Oh yeah, it's a huge jump in what standard Bananza ever asks you to do. Yeah, this might be something that'll be a bit more of a dedicated effort. But we'll try to do it. I mean, you know, definitely there's no ambition here to clear all the Bananza challenges in a go today or something. I think it's going to be a multi-stream effort. But good training for the eventual Zero Banana run. If you look at some of the later developer challenges. What if you climb the building from the outside and then wreak havoc? That's an interesting idea. Yeah, you have to find some kind of skip strat, essentially. Speedrunners probably just have this down already. That's true, because I just go for breaking this right away often, right? But if you go top first... Oh, no, that didn't work. That's okay, never mind the timer. Let's just figure out a strat. Never mind the timer. Then... So we're at 55 after 40. And then, oh, we're underneath actually. That doesn't go at all. But you can get back out. Look, notice how you can get back out if you go center first. Yeah, it's gonna be something with the charge punch. I mean, this is not even close, but the fact that you get out with the pillar in the middle is interesting. We'll have to lose this one, of course, but yeah, this is going to need a big rethink. You get a profile icon for completing all the challenges. Interesting. You thought it was supposed to get you to 75% with the central pillar? I think maybe people only ever see that because normally they break quite a bit on the way there. That is an interesting idea, though, to climb top first and go down. Did we take out the side pillars first or something? Yeah, you don't think he'll be able to do the boss rush and stuff? Yeah, that's really interesting. It's too bad this is timed, because I feel like even without the timer, this is something that would take a fair bit of effort. Okay, obviously we blew this one already, but I want to figure out an actual strat, and it's going to be something that takes a bit of effort. Whoops. Hang on. Okay, so what percentage are we even at this point? I don't even know. Yeah, because you can access this from up here. That gives you about 30% up at that point. But can you actually go for just a pure concrete strategy? Because if you just go concrete pillars only and just build up charge, then I don't know. With 20 seconds though, that's tricky. That requires some kind of game knowledge that we're not seeing. Like, oh, no, not that. Oh, blue my blue. That's too bad. Whoop. Not even close. Yeah, I don't even know how to approach this. This is going to take some thinking. And of course we're just running around aimlessly. This may take some off-screen theory crafting, or at the very least, assist mode. But it would be interesting to figure out what this is going for. Use Charge Punch to kill some of the building before clock starts. I like that idea. I mean, we're kind of fully spec'd out anyway, so we potentially have the range to do it. Again, that's what I used to do with Elephant and Thorns. You know, I like that. I like it a lot. Oh, I like it a lot. Let's... Oh no, I mean... I only have 3%, so that didn't really go. So never mind that. But if we can do pillars from a distance... I don't know if we can reach pillars from a distance, but... if we can, then that might actually make it happen. I think 4%, really. Yeah, if you can hit the pillars, then maybe. I feel like there's some pen and paper theory that needs to be done here before we have a method. But yeah, if we can reach the concrete with the Charge Punch, that would be great. I don't know if we can. Not. Pretty quick access to the barrel, at least. You can reach pretty far, so... hang on. Yeah, we just kind of prime this up in advance. It does seem to break some of it. A little tricky to aim it. You know, do we have anything that we can just throw from the side? This won't do it. What if I... Hang on. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. Okay, there we go. And then... Will we tilt up a little bit? No, it's still kind of planar. No, can't really jump beyond that. However, we did get the bottom level down. And if we can reach a few more walls here, that'll be perhaps a head start. We'll see if it counts. I want you to turn out that all of these are just based on cheese strategies. That is actually the intended thing that you're supposed to do, is figure it out like a puzzle. That really does go far. I wonder if we can reach the concrete back there. I don't think so. No, that's a little far. But we have a clear path to get to it. That's the important thing. We have a very clear path to get to that concrete and get to the barrel. 18%. Saying there's a super cheese for the Emerald Rush event as well. Interesting. I mean, we're finished with the Emerald Rush event for now. I really don't mind you telling me what it is at this point. But okay, we're still way off. I think the point is to find the cheese. 66%. Yeah, that's what we want. 66% gets you over here. What did we get on the clock that time? Well, that was much closer. Much, much closer. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of execution that still needs to happen on top of that, but that at least starts to make this look realistic. Just with significant additional optimization. And, can I not reset this? No. I guess we'll go back out mid. Essentially get a bunch of that Kong armor and spend time walking through the laser beams to make the multiplier go up. Yeah, because I guess that's an easy natural source of damage. I hadn't thought about that. Because I thought the idea was that you would charge up and then get punched in the face while you're charging, and then you can build up both hurt and hard and the armor bonus at the same time. But I can totally see the case for the laser now. Okay. I like that there's a whole new class of challenge here for Bananza. In fact, it's one thing about the base game of Bananza is that I do think that, you know, it's so incredibly interesting, and given all the new mechanics, it really doesn't push the player enough. Like, it always felt like the bosses all needed 3 times the HP, for instance. But of course, if you're doing something like the Zero Banana Boss Rush, or Zero Skill Boss Rush, suddenly that calculus changes quite a bit. I actually still hit some of the other walls from here, I think. Can't really aim this wall, that's all. Can't shoot straight. Can't really see how to shoot straight from the animation either. Yeah, because there's so many walls here that you can tear down. I feel like this setup does work. Yeah, you got 3.5 million that way. That's very nice. Yeah, you think all the pink girders are here to prevent this kind of use? Maybe. I mean, it's also because it's... Aesthetically speaking, just classic Donkey Kong or Wrecking Crew if one prefers. Okay, let's see if we can set this up. If not, I should be going punch anyway, charge punch anyway for the initial. Right over here, 30%. Look at this. So obviously a little bit off, but we were hitting high 90s with about 35 on the clock, and that was very sloppy. I think it is doable. It is doable. We just need to do a better setup on the charge punches on the way up.
I know you can do it, DK.
So yeah, it is plausible. We just need to find a route once we do peel out the initial walls.
And we're back.
Oh yeah. Do you think some of that initial peel off is going to be necessary? Or, well, we'll do what we can. As tricky as it can be to aim this sometimes. Oh, let's not get the timer started yet. You know what? Oh, can these be picked up? No, they can't. Okay. They looked a bit small. That's sitting awfully close. So we can get that side wall. Should be able to. Maybe just a little bit far. What do you stand on top of this? No, that blocks. Yeah, they only need to block a little bit of the circle to block it completely. We'll twirl the barrel a little bit, but I think that's probably as much as you can do here. You can still break some of these walls on the side though. Although I wonder if you do this and then you do the girder climb to the top to prioritize top. And you peel your way down. I don't know. Well, that's an idea. I don't know. We were actually getting reasonably close to timer with this method, though. Oh. Oh, nope, fell down. That's not great, but let's reset it. You just need to break more stuff on the way around the edges. Let's aim for concrete and you'll have this building beat. Yeah, I mean, it even tells you. But what if, so for example, if we straight for the climb. Wait, how do we climb up even further? Oh, that's just a bonus up top. Okay, never mind. Bomb rock. Bomb rock. You know, that could be something. Bomb rock on the top. I didn't consider that before. It might even be worth the time. Let's do the bomb rock climb before doing the rest of the wall in advance. I just want to see how much time we can buy with that, and how much percentage we can get with that, rather, if we do a decent setup with it. Yeah, maybe it is just a secret knowledge thing where you... Oh, whoa. Well, there goes the bomb rock. Just, but then let's figure out the route, because if you come back here, and then you just do a bomb here. See a quick 45%. We want to fall in after that. That has potential. That has potential. We probably still want to break the bottom first, but... Okay, it doesn't let me reset quickly this way. Let's just reset. And yeah, to give me stage, no worries about lurking and winding down for the day. Yeah, pretty stimulating session over there yourself on your end, I'm sure, with both the event and the direct. Alright, let's figure out what to do with the bomb without sending it all the way into space. Do a down punch. Okay, now say we do this. Well, not like that, we don't, but... So, for example, if we do this... 35%, okay. Well, it... is quick, but... I feel like we can do better with that. In terms of how to set it up, like... I don't know, it is a bit of a detour, though, so, but... It looks so impactful. It looks like such an impactful thing to go for. Yeah, because if you prepare a lot of the bottom area, I wonder if we would still want to go up the standard way, but then once you get near the top, you expedite up the climb. I don't know, hard to get on the climb from the middle, though. But it looks so key to have that bomb be a part of this. Also, you can hit the barrels. Send them pretty far. Can't pick up any of this stuff, though. Yeah, at least take down the pillar. Okay, that takes down quite a bit. Well, let's see. Okay, can't really reach that back wall at this point, so I don't know. I think the strategy we went for earlier, though, comes close enough that with a little bit of polishing, maybe just a standard route is still fine. The thing about the bomb is that it is enough of a time trade-off just to get up to it in the first place that I don't know if it'll actually be faster. Unless we have a very clear target in mind. So let's say we go like this. Look at that, 94 with 40 seconds remaining, right? It's doable. We need a little bit more accuracy, and we need to hit more walls sort of on the way there, but that's within range. It's absolutely within range. Yeah, no, I think this is still going to be the route. We ignore the bomb and we just do the charge break on as much as we can on the bottom in advance. It's close. It's close enough that it is plausible.
What an adventure!
Yeah, it's close enough that we could make it work. I want to see. I'm jumping this time because I want to see if we can do something with these barrels, like hit a back wall with them. No, not quite. I mean, if you have a very clear idea of which walls and pillars you're going for, we were 1% off that time. You need to know what shouldn't slow you down. Not too bad about the aim here. I actually wonder if we kind of go for a charge punch now. We kind of unleash a charge punch first. Yeah, we can do a little bit of time optimization here, you see. Let's take down that pillar first so we can. That one in the back. And yeah, that's a little bit out of range. Oh, whoops. Luckily, you don't cross this boundary by accidentally rolling into it. It's still a boundary. Okay, yeah, we need to basically do a little bit of time optimization on this stuff. Missed that completely, unfortunately. But 30% was in keeping with what we had earlier here. And then we just angled the shots a little bit differently. Oh, nope, fell off. Too bad. Okay. Too bad I don't have a quicker reset on these. Let's step out and back in. And the thing is, you have to do such a long setup to start it in the first place.
That was fun!
Okay. Let's see what we can do. Missing lots of these. It's kind of hard to tell from his angle where he's going to punch. I don't think any of the dirt on the side is going to be something that we can pick up and throw and take down bricks either. Like this stuff. You know what? You can. You can. There's lots to work with here. To some extent. You go for the stone soft, like you break the windows. Maybe. Well, maybe not only the windows. Yeah, it's not going to take out a sturdy stone because this is soft, but you can actually get some things done. Maybe. Let's see what else we can hit. Yeah, how did the center one break so nicely, I guess? Well, we'll figure it out. No, that was just more of the dirt that I fell earlier. That I threw earlier, rather. What can we hit? I mean, we can hit some windows, but we've even added a tiny optimization. Anyway, we have to go for pillars. We can pick up some of the concrete chunks and throw them in fact. Maybe. Well, let's go avoid now because the timing is close. Oh, that took too long. Took too long. Look at that. We're just a few seconds off. We're very close to 40.
I know you can do it, DK.
Very, very close. I certainly hope we do get a notification because sometimes I'm not getting a good read on what the timer is saying as we hit 100, but we're really just about maybe 2 seconds off, and a bit more accuracy when angling ourselves so we can take down the walls might actually be all we need. So yeah, no, because the center panel is mostly glass. Center in the second row. That's how you can break into events like this. So that's a little optimization that we can do, small as it may be. So we got 31% coming out of the bottom level last time, and that's close to what we should be going for. Okay, let's get this barrel out of the way. It's not helping us. Try to get that wall as well if we can. Got it before. Good blocked. But yeah, it is a plausible path. We just need to clean up the execution and shave some corners. Moreover, it would be nice if I did not miss the first charge punch to go for here. We'll try to tap that concrete a little bit in advance, because that's what I was going for. And we keep whiffing it. But can't get the angle to look precisely how I want. It's always a little far out in either direction. I think we got it. I think that was it. Now, I don't see any notification to that effect. We do need to go back to the app to see if it registered. But I think we actually did get it. I didn't see my exact time on it. But give it just a moment and we'll get back to the DK challenge. There we go. Kong and Destroy. Not easy. Alright, so we got 4 more of these cards. Skate and attack, 18 seconds left on the clock. Antiquoid times 5 freezer layer. Well, we might as well go for it. Thing is, we would have our free run of choice of Bananza for some of these. Might be a bit risky to go Zebra or something on this one, but definitely considering our options. 18 more on the clock. Let's see. We might as well try it. Adequate times 5 freezer. Oops. Oh, Warp Gong's right here, okay. Well, that looked really forbidding at first, but I'm glad we managed to find a way in. We need to use all the resources at our disposal to make this happen. Okay, so let's take a look at where that is. Antiquoid by 5. This one. This one somewhere ambiguously inside. I can't exactly remember. But let's get to this getaway and see if we can see it from there. I think it was that one. If it isn't, we'll find out very soon. So we need 18 on the clock. What's the initial time? 30. Okay, so we need to defeat in 12 seconds. Well, clearly we don't just skate around this. Whoops. Well, we don't really need the money. We don't just skate around this. I'm thinking we'll use elephant and throw. I mean, maybe it doesn't go quite that far. Yeah, that doesn't go far enough, but if we get into something like a center position, like, you can just pull them with elephant, actually. Now, I can't do it right away over there. There must be but you can kind of spread them down. I mean, you can just do throws in general. You don't need an elephant throw necessarily. Oh, it fell down. I think you have to do it by throw. Whoops. Oh. Yeah, this is much too slow, obviously, but... then you would need to figure out how to do the ones on the other side. What if you had... ostrich... and then... using ostrich, you can kind of get into a center position and then snipe everything from center. No. Yeah, you need much more accuracy for this because you're slipping everywhere. Yeah, no, you can't just run into this. Okay, 18 seconds already. Now, hitting that one in the far corner is one of the concerns. But... what do we go to the snake ostrich route? It's gonna be too slow. We couldn't hit a thing anyway. But it's pretty clear to me that we are supposed to, like, maybe knock out one and chain it into a throw, and then... I feel like elephant might still work out for this, in fact, because we can just pull them into the abyss if necessary. Now, I have no energy left on this, though, so something like that. But yeah, you can basically chain throw most of them. 18 seconds, so that's going to take some work. Particularly with the room for error that you have from trying to vacuum everything up. Or trying to slip on the ice all the time, rather. Like, you can just do the jump. You do the jump. We're actually not that far off. I mean, extremely inaccurate, but the thing is, I know how to jump to center, and if you jump to center, then you might actually be in a good position to chain throws on everything else. For example, oh, or you, well, I mean, you can also just punch that stuff, but I don't think that'll be the route, given what we're seeing here. I mean, you could also maybe be super accurate with Zebra or something. But... oh, no. Wasted too much time here. But the idea would be... go center. Oh, no. You have to punch to climb. Make that jump. We can absolutely make that jump, but... it takes a little bit more finesse. It's a jump, roll. Oh, no, that's not it. Well, you need to do a roll jump for it. Roll, jump, roll, slap. And it should get you up that point. that. Except, we're still going to be a little off in terms of timing. And then, yeah, you need to be quite accurate. Now that gives you 20 seconds. So if we just make the change of taking out the first two first, and then coming in and doing the rest of that pattern, maybe that's actually doable. But you need to be extremely accurate. Yeah, it's not extremely accurate. Oh, no. Slipped too far back, and that was already down to 20. It is an interesting routing problem. Nope. Missed that. It's roll, jump, roll, slap. Good thing we have such a coin bank in reserve for this kind of thing. Oh, that was way off. Okay. No, that's too far. Rather didn't get much momentum going there. I can see that maybe if you go super accurate on Zebra, might be possible. Actually, doesn't Zebra give you traction? Kinda does. Yeah, no, this is just a simple Zebra thing. You just would need to maybe use the charge on the straightaways to do some of that. Except I don't have enough Bananza for it at the moment. Because I think you can just go straight Zebra on it and it might be fine. I want to go Zebra anyway, just even with a throw strategy, just to prevent some of the slipping. Oh. And then you do throw on a remaining one. Now, that said 18. That said 18. Let's see if it registered. Because it was exactly on 18 when it said 1 left, but I don't know if that rolled over and ticked. So give me just one moment. We'll go back to the app. Again, I just mask my home screen and everything else just for privacy of other people on my system. So let's go back here. And yeah, we got it. All right. 2 down so far. Complete the quick service ice trees challenge in the landfill layer with 60 or more left. Oh, right. This is the one where you need to lead it. Yeah, quick service. That feels like it's something you do with Snake. Actually, just to do the meteor punch and make a big hole. Miracle shots. This one looks fun. And yeah, this one you just need to be quite perfect with it. Let's... maybe see what we can do. Landfill layer, quick service ice streets. 60 seconds. Okay, well, let's get out of here first.
What an adventure! we teleport back?
Kind of a good reason to revisit a lot of content in this game we hadn't seen in quite some time. Okay, so quick service ice treats. Let's see about it. So it's this one over here. All right, then let's head towards it.
Challenge accepted.
So we need 60 seconds on it. What's the initial time on it? Oh, right, okay, because you start the timer once you're in. Can we break that with something in advance? As we did before. You know what? Let's figure this out. Okay, so it goes, and then we start stomping. Is it just a dig? Actually, I don't remember. Okay, this is the bottom, but then where does it continue? I actually don't. Oh, we're already past the 60-second point. We need to map out what we're supposed to do. Oh, it's a whole passage. Okay. Right, we're a little bit off. In fact, this area here that lets you settle down. Let's figure it out from here then, actually. Right, because it was actually behind here, and then you need to do the dig. I feel like you're only going to be able to do this with 60 left if you shortcut this somehow, though. I mean, you can't just do it the slow way. I guess we should inspect the standard route quickly to understand what our time is looking like on it. You know, we just try to play cleanly on the standard route like it was the solution for the antiquates just before that. Yeah, you do need to punch this open, but then we do need to connect it to the other path. Might actually make more sense to go Kong for this. Okay. Okay. Oh, hang on. Yeah, but they actually need to reach the bottom right in order for the timer to register. That's not a lot of time. Yeah, because with this method, how quickly does it register, if at all? I mean, it looks like nothing's coming. We got all stuck. It could just be an accuracy challenge, it could be something else. I mean, there are multiple passages coming here. And it looks like you have to find shortcuts. that there are some shortcuts. You have to know how to break towards them. So you have to come down this initial column, maybe. Or you can punch towards it. I have to create a slope for it though. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of find a shortcut challenge, essentially. Maybe we still go snake? Actually, elephant might be better. Elephant. Elephant. You know what? Let's just go elephant. A little bit indiscriminate, but maybe it works? Oh yeah, we're out of breath. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Okay. It's a little difficult. I mean, it's very true to the character from Landfill Layer, this challenge here, but yeah, we kind of planned a route. Planned a route in a very exact fashion. Maybe. What you could do is maybe even hit elephants and start digging even before the initial drop. Just from afar over here. No, let's reset it. Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so let's take it out in advance. And stuff starts dropping immediately. Which is good because then you basically reload whatever's dropping in. And you don't need to wait on it. Of course, I can't see from the camera but what's going on here, but you can dig the passage. And then continue digging towards whatever's below. You see they're kind of traveling with me. Now, our accuracy is a little bit off. Possibly very far off. Very, very far off. But I think the principle of it is alright, as long as we figure out how to navigate towards this location rather than all the way over there. Because, see, the thing is, we're able to get these to travel with me. And we just need to figure out, and since I have time, I can figure it out. Maybe, well, now we can't. But we can figure out what the route is supposed to be. Like, we go down. Just go straight down. You just create a passage. And the other shaft over here, which is where the barrel cannon came out. Yeah, we need to figure out where to aim, essentially, but if we do get that, it's only a little ways off here. It does require some camera control, or at least pretty decent guesswork about where to go. But it makes so much sense to do the advanced elephants and get this to drop well in advance of actually starting the timer. I need to work while the snake past this part. Yeah, the thing is with elephant you don't need to aim so much. Come on. Oh, not enough. 60. Well, with this method, how long does it take? The thing is, we didn't have enough accuracy to drop in enough at the same time because we were still several seconds off, but... yeah, we just need to lead a bigger chunk down at once more accurately. Because that gets us into the mid-50s. There's much of the battle there if we can just aim it properly. I think we do a cleaner stomp at the beginning, probably with snake. Switch back to elephant. Like a stomp through. Up to an extent. We need to kind of know from the camera where to stop. I guess there is the slope or corner over here, and then... yeah, you need a better slope to lead these down at a better angle. At this point, like you lead them down. Then, you'll be able to get them to the shaft. And you're set. This is the target. The alternative is... hang on. Oh, that's all snow, okay. I was hoping to see if we can do some kind of elephant cheese with you absorbing, but we'll rethink that. At this point, though, I think it is just an accuracy issue. That you need to have pretty decent control of which way you're facing and the angle at which you're traveling, so you can send in more at once. Because we're reaching the bottom and starting to get the first flicks on before 60. It's just that we're not getting enough of them. So I think we do snake stomp at the beginning as our opener. Okay. In fact, go slightly this way. And nope, I'm totally misdirected at this point. Can't see where I'm going. Now, the thing is, if you miss, you just miss. It doesn't work at all. Yeah, because we're below the point that was the funnel. At least you get everything down here this way, and it's just at a bad angle, and so, yeah, it does need to come down from above here. What we can do is try to scout. Let's try to figure out in reverse what the route should be. Difficult to tell.
Time's almost up. Oh no!
Okay, so, oh, let's do this in advance. That's okay. We can first a whole bunch down below. You know, we'll let it pour for a while first, so we have an ample supply. And then we should actually maybe stay on elephants. Just so we can see what's going on. Send them all down the shaft at once. Yeah. Oh, getting close. Really close. Did I hit? It looked like it ticked right at 60. We need to check the app. I think that actually did
Incredible!
maybe get it. So, let's check it. It hit. Great. Okay, 3 down. Okay, miracle shots. Forbidden layer buzzoid by 3. 20 seconds. So yeah, we got 3 already. If you see these. Decent progress, actually, considering how difficult the first one looked at first glance. Okay, buzz up by 3. In Forbidden Layer. Let's do it. Yeah, it was more straightforward than I thought, that first one. We didn't end up using the bomb on the ceiling after all. On the rooftop, rather. Just needed to make a few little optimizations with how we were directing the charge punch. Okay, let's go back to the warp gong and go to Forbidden. I'm looking forward to this next one. We get the fun mechanic. Yeah, you just need to angle your charge punches in that one. Like, I did as much of the setup as I could to take out the wall from outside on the lowest level. And we could actually take out an additional panel on the next floor up using a throw. And then the rest of it was trying to chain the charge punches such that when you're breaking the concrete pillars, you're also taking a little bit extra wall behind you. And then you just go up the barrels and you actually manage to get to the big center pillar right on time. This is why I'm glad I'm recording this stuff, so I actually have a document of my method. Now, with each of the challenges, though, we've been right on the dot of the timer. Right on the buzzer. Okay. So, we need the buzzoid throws. The luminoids, buzzoids. Right, and we need to throw towards this.
Should we teleport there?
What a beautiful place. Okay. Let's see how much we remember of this mechanic.
Battle face on.
So we need 20 seconds remaining on this one. Yeah, you're saying that this layer is like an early morning sunrise? It very much is. Now, we do so much Buzzoid throwing in Emerald Rush. Surely we can do this. 20 seconds, though. Wow, that doesn't give you much time. Although, we were actually just one off, so... And we fumbled a little bit in the beginning, so maybe this is doable. Let's see that. And yeah, 06 Eyes, you were saying, it has a mystical ambience. It's only the 3 of these. Oh, I see, because it does the initial toss at you. Now, oh, we want to toss in such a way that I have a path from each successive one. That's fine. I feel like we need to beat the throw on the first one. We can't let it throw at us. Oh, except... Well, never mind that. Yeah, the first one's totally stalling me a bit. Just from... throwing at my face. Maybe we should let it do that. We should let it throw. And prioritize the other targets first. Oh, whoops. Got hit in the face, though. That doesn't do wonders for the timer. Yeah. Oh. Just about finding the strat. Looks like this one's going to try to throw at me regardless. No, can't do that. That's way too far off. I almost wonder... We should go elephant for this. Oh, hang on. Whoops. I mean, you don't want to take out your own platform so much, but the thing is, with Elephant, you can clear the initial obstruction out of the way. And then... I think that actually would do it. We just need more accuracy, and we need to approach the last one a little more closely. Yeah, so we removed the first obstruction, and we throw it at the first Buzzoid, then we throw it to the other ones. Oh, except I missed. Thing is... Oh, hang on, slipped. Because with Elephant, you can just produce your own throws immediately, right? And so, save yourself a little bit of pickup time, and you remove the first obstruction. I have to remember that there's a bit of rotation that happens here. Okay, it was slightly off, but it's actually reasonably close. And the throwing wasn't great that time anyway, so... A little bit slow on this. Yeah, but... if we can get good throws as Elephant... and just going into it right away. Yeah, no, that was a little bit off. Because I have to remember that this area does rotate. The platforms do float around a central column. And I do need to budget with that in mind. Okay, a little bit of a rough opening there. But it does mean we should go towards the one on the right first, because we're rotating towards it anyway, and so we should follow a particular order for this. Oh, I missed. Oh, that totally could have hit. we just hit the central pillar unnecessarily, but I totally could have done it. That method right there. Oh. And throwing, the problem with Elephant though is that the throw is so high that I'm forgetting that I would need to jump to continue onto each of the platforms that I'm making. That's one of the issues with Elephant, is that you're throwing from an overhead position, which is going to be a little bit different. Am I excessively getting through my melon juice stash? I think I am. Let's start this over then. Oops. Nope, 19. Or rather, by the time it registers, it's already on 17 because it takes so long. No, we have to do it even faster because it doesn't actually register the end of the challenge until those completely go down. So that's not great. You need to redo it. Yeah, I didn't account for how long it takes to actually register the completion.
What an adventure! Battle face on.
Nope, missed. That's not going to do it. That said 19 at the end. I'm pretty sure it would not have registered. I think I'd rather try it again. But there's clearly enough room for optimization that we can squeeze that additional second out. It's just that these take so long to die that you need to throw well in advance. Maybe get into a central position where we can reach both of the ones past the first one with throws. Also just not getting stunned out of here. Oh, also not falling down would be rather helpful. Yeah, no. Nah, I see. I completely missed that one. Because of the throwing arc. Now, you can kind of arc these in such a way that maybe you can hit them from quite a distance. So maybe just overshoot it a little bit and create an arc. You might be able to do it. I mean, you don't really even necessarily need Elephant to do that then, because it's an instant pickup on these. Might actually be easier without Elephant if you are throwing from a lower position. Let's try it without Elephant a few times just to see if we can optimize around the first projectile. Yeah, because we just go. Oh, you guys need to be much more accurate. I think with throwing accuracy, that's all this is. It's purely an execution challenge. There's maybe a little bit of route planning you can do to get into range. But you can actually just catch this directly. Oh. Unfortunately, slow. Too slow. But yeah, we can just do it without Elephant because The setup takes too long.
What an adventure!
Yeah, the thing is I keep missing this one because it's way out of range. If we can reach that one sooner. Maybe with the first catch we make a platform first, then we try to take things out. Because the thing is the first one's basically squandered just from only being used on the attack.
What an adventure!
Nope. Spamming it a little bit too much here. Yeah. Much too slow.
And we're back.
Well, there's got to be something I can do to optimize it a little bit. I do think catching the first shot is essential. That throw's going too low. That's the thing. If that initial throw against this one on the left is a bit higher, then we catch it. Or maybe releasing a little too impatiently. Oh. Yeah, not too late to get that one. There's got to be a better method against that one on the left. It's well out of reach. Yeah, you can't reach it with one throw. It's just not going to happen. It's basically 2 seconds after making contact on the last throw that the clear will even register. I know it was said in chat earlier that we're supposed to actually see some kind of notification for success. We haven't been seeing those. It does take a little bit of guesswork on my part sometimes to see if we did in fact beat the buzzer. Oh, oh, slightly off. 19. You know, that path works. That path works. We need to work on the accuracy. Oh, but nope. That's not where I wanted to go. Hang on. Hang on.
Should we teal up?
Saved by the eel. Those Emerald Rush emergency reflexes coming in handy for a moment.
Let's go.
Oh, whoops. Threw that way too high. Just bumped my head right against it. No, just completely off. You can't throw into the existing platforms because, of course, you just don't make a path. Too far off, I think. Too slow. Much too slow. I got caught around a pillar, too. It was clear to me that we should beeline to the left one first. Reaching the one on the right isn't too much of an issue. Oh, accuracy. Yeah, look at that, just a little bit off. Okay, let's redo it. So best we've done so far is 19, just 1 second off. I think that second can be squeezed. We had a little bit of throwing hesitation even on that supposedly good attempt. Whoops, rolled right off again. Let's get back. I wonder if there's a way to maybe approach fast by turf surfing the platforms. Maybe that's just the actual method that you have to go to. Nope, too high. Unfortunately, just missing every shot anyways. So. You're gonna want to shave the first one off the top. Oh, that's not gonna work because we overshot it. But we need to figure out that shot. It's going to have a bit of a drop to it, obviously, so I do want to aim slightly high. Nope. I'm too low. Nope, missed that one. It's all just accuracy. That we had the right timing for that, just couldn't land the shots. Nope, too far. And too low. You do need to release a little bit impulsively just to beat the timer, but at the same time, not at the expense of accuracy. Like that, for instance. That was an accuracy issue. But for once, we hit that one. It's funny because then we can just double back and hit this one. Maybe we should create a middle path first. And okay. Oh, that would be too slow, though. And we missed anyway, so. Now let's go back to the previous strategy. I got us within a second, I think. Can be tidied. No, missed it. Because of the rotation, that's why. You need to account for the rotation and throw slightly to the right. It's actually still doable. I think that got it. It said 20 on the clear. Let's go back and check. Right on the buzzer like the other clear so far. And indeed, we got it. Okay, only one left for Against the Clock. I guess we should do that. Maybe we'll try to cap it off with this one today if we can get it. And then these ones, we'll have to wait. These ones, yeah, final rehearsal with 0 skills. That'll be fun. And this would be the Smash Challenge in the Feast layer. That's the one that does, well, it's freestyle, but does let you have access to elephants, so, you know, maybe with a little bit of advanced planning, we could figure it out. I'll have to see how well I originally did in Rambi Rumble. I'm pretty sure I didn't get anywhere near 55. This one might not be too bad from what I remember. And yeah, boss rush with 0 skills. That'll be interesting. But let's do this one. Hilltop Thorny Hill. 25 seconds. Well, 4 out of 5 down for the speed challenges. It's really not too bad. Okay.
Should we teleport?
Thing is, we're still in the clothing set that we were using for Emerald Rush, which we wouldn't even necessarily need to be committed to here, but Thorny Hill Speed Surf, I don't think that'll be affected by what we choose here. I mean, we could do damage mitigation, but I don't think it'll matter, given that time is what we're going for. Did I warp here because I thought there was... Oh, no, this is a getaway, not a warp go. This is the warp go. There we go. Okay, so at this point, let's see about this. We will have... Thorny... something or other. Let's see. It's Nostalgia Country. Thorny Hill Speed Surf right there. Okay. Let's make sure we warp to the correct point then. Just around here, we'll loop there.
Should we teleport?
From the construction site. And it should be around the perimeter.
Let's do this.
So we need 25 on the clock. That is a bit of an accuracy check, I suppose. Myself going straight. Use Y to accelerate, okay. Yeah, we need something as hard as possible. Durability. And we need to go fast. And on the thorn path. Oh, okay. No, that's not right. That blew a balloon too. That's unfortunate. I'm actually out of balloons, which was once unthinkable. There. Nope. Let's see how tight the timer is. I mean, all the timers have felt really tight so far. I think we do take the shortcut path and we just jump it. Yeah, you have to take the danger paths, I would assume. Or this just doesn't go. Oh. 26, 25. You know what? We're not too far off. We're 2 seconds off. I can definitely see 2 seconds of mistakes there that we can get rid of, so. Yeah, because we had a little bit of slowdown along the way at the beginning, and so I think this is actually pretty doable. We do need to hit every dangerous path, though. That is a requirement. Nope. Pretty close. I felt like that was almost on par. Potentially. Build a bit of that initial momentum. Oh, hang on, that's not quite right. Nope. Oh, that's blew it already. So yeah, when we were trying to take the last of the narrow paths, we were at about 30 seconds at the tail end of that when we bumped a little too low. With that benchmark in mind, we'll see if that gets us to the 25 required. Whoops. Maybe we're building up too much speed too early to make that consecutive jump. Well, we'll see. Just jump a bit earlier then, and that fixes it. Nope. Fumbled a little bit there. That might cost about a second. Let's take a smooth path here. No. Yeah, you do want some airtime on the thorns rather than pushing through them, I think.
Let's get going.
Some hang time. That should make it. Oh, off by one. Off by one. Maybe we were lacking into too much stuff at the end. So 1 second down.
That was fun.
So I wonder if it's faster to push through thorns or to hop through them. I was thinking we should hop. But I wonder if that's suboptimal. Oh, slow it down a little bit there. Right, I did make that fumble at the beginning of the last attempt that I said would cost me about a second. And lo and behold. Let's just skip them. But that should do it. It did say 25 on the clock at the very end.
Incredible.
Look at DK with his tongue out like that. Drooling over the banana. The empty shell of a banana nearby. Let's check it. And that did it. So, developer challenges remain. These will probably take a little bit more work. I'm really glad, by the way, that these exist, because I certainly felt like the existing endgame. I wish these were permanent instead of just part of this time event, because I felt like that's what was missing from the endgame. Just something a little bit more perfectionistic and punishing, in the same way that there was a bit of a jump in Galaxy 2 from standard Grandmaster Galaxy to Perfect Run, for instance. As being, in some ways, the canonical example, because I felt like with both Mario Odyssey and with Donkey Kong Bonanza, that the capstone challenges were, by virtue of the structure of the games and the health systems and so on, a little too forgiving to match up to the absolute peaks of desperation in some of the previous places from the Tokyo department, like in Champions Road and 3D World. So, I'm looking forward to trying this. But for now, we'll be happy with having taken out all of Against the Clock. And we'll save some of these for another time. Again, these are up until September. I don't think I'll necessarily rush them right away, because we do have some other streaming plans in the immediate future. For instance, we're not even remotely finished with Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, and I've also been saying for the past 2 weeks that I want to get started with 007 First Light. And of course, we keep putting things off because lots of unexpected events and arrivals, like this one here, DK Challenge, have been calling for our attention instead. Definitely, we will take a look at the developer challenges at some point and give them a proper go and see just how punishing they might be. And I'll try to leave ample time to push them properly. Might be soon, might be later, but who knows? Definitely, at minimum, the next time that we'll be back with more Donkey Kong Bonanza will be in a month's time. Again, with Emerald Rush, which is also scheduled, in terms of the next event, in conjunction with Wave 2 of the Mario Anniversary, which it's said that the Mario Anniversary comes in waves spread out over 4 different times between now and the end of August. So after the next Emerald Rush event, I think it's a 3-week interval for them. And I don't know if past and next month are going to also be conjoined with the Emerald Rush Challenge events on the usual schedule that they have, but it would be nice if they did. And since it comes in waves, I don't know if it's the same kind of cosmetic that we see right now in the game with the Mario and Luigi costumes, or is going to be some other Mario variant that's going to be coming our way. But I guess we'll find that out in due course. The next challenge is known to be on the Tempest layer. We are getting the elephant themed one at long last. That has been very long expected. I'm still eventually kind of dreading the zebra one because we've never ever really learned how to play zebra properly in Emerald Rush. But we'll get there in good time. In the meantime, this was a pretty solid session of both the Emerald Rush Challenge event and the developer challenges here. And so we'll probably leave off here, I think. And call it a stream for now. Bananza will return when I have time for it. And we'll be mixing things up in much the way I described in the days and the immediate weeks ahead. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed the Nintendo Direct in particular as much as I did on my end. And until we meet again for all kinds of shenanigans, have a wonderful time ahead of you with whatever bananas you might be munching. And as usual, fare thee well.